Dear students, today we will discuss the nomenclature. For this, we will start with what is meaning of absolute configuration. We have learned the configuration is nothing but the three-dimensional arrangements of groups in a chiral molecule. If suppose we have that carbon is the chiral molecule, and these are the groups or different groups or different atoms is attached to these chiral carbon atoms, and its 3D arrangements is nothing but the configuration. Then where is this actually the groups is present? Okay, when you looks the molecule like that, you can say that yellowish atom is behind you, and these two three groups are near to you, or like that these two groups are near to you, these yellow and red are away from you. So these are the called as the configuration, that is the three-dimensional arrangements of atoms or groups around a chiral atom. The absolute configuration means the actual spatial arrangements of these atoms and groups is called as absolute configuration. Okay, that is one of the terms, absolute configuration. If suppose we have the such molecule is there, that is the butanol. That molecule is called as the butanol, and it shows the positive rotation. When we learn that when plane polarized light pass through the chiral molecule, if that light is passed through that molecule, it rotates. Okay, it passed through this molecule of the solution of that chiral molecule, it rotates by some angle. That is that molecule that is optically active, and we have studied that the chiral compounds must be optically active. Therefore, this 2-butanol, that particular compound, shows the positive rotation of plane polarized light, and another its isomer of butanol shows that the negative rotation of when plane polarized light passed through this another isomer of 2-butanol, and this is our chiral center. But this rotation of positive negative, okay, instead of this we can also show it by small l and the small d. Okay, when positive is there, d is the, for small d is for represent the positive, small l represent the negative rotation. Okay, but these positive sign or the rotation of this positive and the rotation of negative, or the value it is at something value, whether 33.9, 32.2, some value is positive. How many by angle it's rotated, it can be given by in bracket. Okay, specific rotation is given by also bracket. This specific rotation or your light is rotated left hand side or right hand side. Okay, this positive means light is rotated right hand side, and negative means the dextro levorotatory molecule is the levorotatory, because it rotates the plane polarized light in left hand side. This sign is not give the idea about or not give the absolute configuration. Okay. Now, what is meaning of relative configuration? The relative configuration means if suppose we want to find out the configuration of where is their atoms or groups is attached to chiral center, we predict its configuration by relative with the any arbitrary chosen molecule. For example, D and L nomenclature. Okay, one of the nomenclature is that nomenclature is the relative nomenclature. We compare that particular one molecule with that relative find out the relative configuration with other arbitrary chosen molecule, then that is the relative configuration. If suppose we have the glyceraldehyde, okay, number this is our glyceraldehyde, and the rotation of for this glyceraldehyde is the D positive glyceraldehyde. And when this glyceraldehyde, when we convert into the lactic acid, then this positive glyceraldehyde gives this negative lactic acid, and then we can compare this configuration of this with this that positive glyceraldehyde. Its configuration we can find out with relative with this positive glyceraldehyde. Therefore, its configuration we consider for this molecule where its OH group is at right hand side. Therefore, its configuration if functional group is at right hand side, the configuration is considered as D, and positive glyceraldehyde we compare with the number of molecules and find out its D and L nomenclature. Okay, this nomenclature is nothing but the relative nomenclature or relative configuration. We compare to find out the groups, atoms attached to a chiral compound with other any molecules. We have chosen arbitrary chosen molecule. In this case, we have chosen the positive glyceraldehyde, and this we will compare with the other molecules, whether by reactions. Okay, this COH is converted, CHO is converted COOH. Then by comparing with this, the positive glyceraldehyde is there, and when our compound is shows the structure like the positive glyceraldehyde, then it is considered as a derotation, and the relative the configuration of a molecule is the same as the positive glyceraldehyde, then we consider it as a D compound. And if the configuration of a molecule is same as a negative glyceraldehyde, then that compound is considered as a L compound. Okay, the relative configuration means we compare one molecule with other molecule, and by from that particular molecule we can predict the configuration of the that particular molecule by comparing with a arbitrary chosen molecule. Then that is called as the relative configuration. Okay, therefore we compare the or for the DL nomenclature we compare with positive glyceraldehyde or negative glyceraldehyde, and then we will find out the relative configuration of the compounds. If suppose our compound relative configuration is the same with the positive glyceraldehyde, then its configuration is considered as D, and when our relative configuration of a compound is same with the negative glyceraldehyde, then its configuration considered as the L configuration. Okay, in relative configuration we relates one molecule with other molecule and try to find out its configuration. There is a relation between one molecule, known one molecule with the other molecule. Okay, DL configuration we mainly compare the positive glyceraldehyde and the negative glyceraldehyde with other molecules, and if it matches with the positive glyceraldehyde, relative configuration of a molecule is matches with the positive glyceraldehyde, then the configuration is D, and when it is matches with the negative glyceraldehyde, then the configuration is considered as the L configuration. Okay, now this is our glyceraldehyde compound, and this is our another glyceraldehyde compound. Okay, when your functional group is at the right hand side, then your D-glyceraldehyde, its nomenclature should be D-glyceraldehyde, and if it left hand side, its nomenclature should be the L-glyceraldehyde. Okay. Now this method of nomenclature is useful for the compounds. The namings are alpha hydroxy acid or alpha amino acids or for sugars. Okay, these are mainly used for these three types of compounds, and there are the two conventions is used for the nomenclature of the molecules. First is alpha hydroxy and alpha amino acids convention. If you have the compounds like that, OH is there and COOH, then hydrogen and the CH3, that is lactic acid. Then we have the another compound, alanine is there, alanine compound. Okay, if you are that is lactic acid one, if that functional group OH is at left right hand side, then your compound is a D compound, D lactic acid. If it is at the right hand side, that is considered as the left hand side, this is L lactic acid. In this case NH2 is at right hand side, therefore L alanine. In this case NH2 is left hand side, then it is this is the right hand side, therefore D alanine. This is the L alanine. Okay, simply we can remember that if you have the alpha hydroxy acids or alpha amino acids, when OH or NH2 is present and right hand side, then your nomenclature should be D, and if OH is present at the left hand side, your nomenclature is the L nomenclature. Okay, this is the one of the, we use the nomenclature for alpha hydroxy acid and the alpha amino acids. Now for sugars, okay, there are a number of chiral centers is present in sugars. If suppose one of the sugar is there, it's enantiomer. Okay, by the IUPAC convention, we have written the CHO group at the top position. Okay, most acidic carbon we have to write the at the top position. Okay, when you give the name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the according to the nomenclature, the compound which is having the higher number of chiral carbon, okay, this is the your higher number of chiral carbon, this is called as higher number of chiral carbon. Okay, in this case this is also higher number of chiral carbon. Okay, that is lowermost, you can consider the lowermost the chiral center. This, okay, this is this number of chiral centers is there, 4 chiral centers is there, and you consider the, okay, when you give the name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the higher number of chiral carbon or lowermost chiral carbon. This is lowermost chiral carbon, but when you give the numbering, higher number of chiral carbon, this fifth number carbon is the higher number of chiral carbon, and you consider this functional group attached to the this higher number of chiral carbon. Therefore, OH is present at right hand side, therefore its nomenclature should be D, and in this case OH is present at left hand side, its nomenclature should be L. Okay, like that way we can give the nomenclature for D and the L nomenclature. This is very simple concept is there, whether your group functional group is present at the left hand side or whether your functional group is present at the right hand side. By considering this, we can predict the D and L configuration. Okay, this is all about D and L configuration. Thank you very much.